A ship limps into the harbor of Sicily, and the crew is not doing great. Most of them are already dead. The few still breathing are covered in black, swollen lumps, burning with fever, coughing up blood, basically looking like extras from the worst horror movie never made. The harbor authorities take one look and go, yeah, no, absolutely not. Too late. Within days, it's in the city. Within 4 years, it kills a third of Europe. And here's the wild part. This is just one of 5 diseases that didn't just kill people, they walked into the timeline of human history and completely rearranged the furniture. Kings declared wars. Diseases actually decided who won them. Let's rank the 5 that changed everything. Number 5. Malaria. A parasite so small you need a microscope to see it, delivered by the single most annoying insect on Earth, has probably killed more humans than every war in history combined. Mosquitoes really said, I'm gonna be a bigger threat than Genghis Khan, and then followed through. Here's what it actually does to you. The parasite breaks into your red blood cells like a tiny home invader, throws a party in there, multiplies, and then bursts the cell open to go find new ones. That's why you get those brutal waves of fever and chills. Your body is basically getting ambushed on a schedule. In the worst cases, it goes after your kidneys or straight for your brain, which doctors cheerfully named cerebral malaria, because apparently even doctors need to keep things spicy. This thing weakened the Roman Empire from the inside for centuries. It hit colonial Africa so hard, Europeans nicknamed the region the white man's grave, which is not exactly a 5-star review. It nearly killed the entire Panama Canal project, too. Thousands of workers died before anyone figured out, oh, wait, it's the mosquitoes. And as a pharmacist, this one's personal for me. The cure, quinine, comes from literal tree bark. A random tree holding the answer this whole time while empires panicked and died. Whoever controlled the quinine supply basically controlled who got to survive in the tropics. Tree bark had more geopolitical power than most kings. Number 4. Cholera. This one doesn't fly, doesn't bite, it just chills quietly in your drinking water and waits. And in the 1800s, humanity's best medical theory was bad smells cause disease, which, respectfully, is not science. That's just vibes. Here's the brutal biology. The bacteria hijacks your gut and tricks it into dumping absurd amounts of water and salt straight out of your body. A perfectly healthy person can go from fine to dangerously dehydrated in a matter of hours, losing fluid faster than they could possibly drink it back. It's not really the bacteria that kills you. It's your own gut being scammed into betraying you. London, 1854. People are dropping by the hundreds, and doctors are still out here blaming bad air like it's 1854 astrology. Then one guy, John Snow, does something wild for the time. He draws an actual map and marks every single death. They all cluster around one water pump. One map, one pump, one entire new field of science born on the spot: epidemiology. Every sewage system and clean water law you silently benefit from exists because London had a really bad summer and one stubborn doctor with a map. Number 3. Smallpox. This disease didn't just kill people, it deleted entire civilizations from the map. When Europeans showed up in the Americas, smallpox came along as the world's worst uninvited +1. Indigenous populations had 0 prior exposure, 0 immunity, 0 chance. Smallpox attacks the skin and the lining of your mouth and throat, causing painful blister-like eruptions everywhere. In the worst cases, it caused internal bleeding under the skin, which is why some victims turned almost black before they died. Survivors were often left blind or scarred for life. This disease did not do things halfway. And they suggest up to 90% of the indigenous population of the Americas died from disease, mostly smallpox, in the decades after contact. The Aztec and Inca empires were already crumbling from disease before conquest even fully got started. Smallpox basically showed up and did the job first. But here's the twist nobody sees coming. Smallpox is also the reason vaccines exist at all. In 1796, a doctor named Edward Jenner noticed milkmaids who caught cowpox never seemed to catch smallpox. So, naturally, being a scientist in the 1700s, his solution was, let's just try it on a kid and see. It worked. That single, slightly unhinged experiment gave us the first vaccine in human history. And by 1980, smallpox became the only human disease we've ever fully wiped off the planet. Redemption arc of the century. Number 2, the Spanish flu. World War I is already a disaster. Humanity's clearly not having a great decade. And then this flu strain shows up like hold my beer and kills somewhere between 50 and 100 million people worldwide. More than the war itself. It moved so fast, people got sick at breakfast and were dead by dinner. And here's the genuinely bizarre part. It mostly killed healthy young adults, not the elderly like a normal flu. Their immune systems panicked and overreacted so violently, attacking the lungs so hard that the lungs actually filled with fluid. Doctors called it a cytokine storm, which is a very polite scientific way of saying your own immune system tried to drown you to save you. Thanks, body. Really helpful. It didn't just add to the war's death toll. Some historians think it actually helped end the war faster because both sides were literally running out of healthy soldiers to fight with. A virus arguably out-negotiated diplomats. And it's a huge reason modern pandemic tracking and public health systems exist today. Humanity's way of saying, okay, let's never get caught that off guard again. And number 1, the Black Death. Same disease from our opening, bubonic plague, riding in on fleas, riding in on rats, riding in on humanity's worst possible hygiene habits. Between 1347 and 1351, it killed an estimated 30 to 60% of Europe's entire population. Just gone. The bacteria travel straight to your lymph nodes first, creating those horrifying swollen black lumps called buboes. That's literally where the name comes from. If it spreads into your bloodstream, it cuts off blood flow to your extremities, and your fingers, toes, even your nose can turn black and die off. That is the actual literal origin of Black Death. Not a cool nickname, a medical description. Entire villages simply disappeared, gone. But here's why this one ranks number 1, and it's not just about the death toll. With so many workers suddenly dead, the survivors left standing could finally demand better wages and better treatment. For the first time in centuries, nobody could just ignore them. That single shift cracked the entire feudal system wide open. Many historians argue the Black Death indirectly helped set the stage for the Renaissance by smashing the old social order and forcing Europe to completely rebuild itself from the ground up. One disease arguably ended the Middle Ages. Kings spent centuries trying to reshape Europe. A flea did it in 4 years. So there you go. A mosquito bite that humbled empires. A guy with a map who accidentally invented modern medicine. A virus so nasty it ended civilizations, then somehow gave us vaccines as an apology gift. A flu that looked at healthy young soldiers and said, "Not today!" And a plague so brutal it basically fired the entire feudal system. Meanwhile, kings were out here starting wars over insults and marriages, thinking they were the main characters of history. Turns out, The smallest organisms on Earth have shaped human history more than most kings or emperors ever did. Honestly, I find that kind of hilarious. All that armor, all those crowns, all those battles, and a single-celled parasite you can't even see without a microscope was quietly running the whole show the entire time. Tell me in the comments which one of these 5 absolutely wrecked you the most. Like and subscribe if germs low-key impressed you today. And I'll see you in the next one.